Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of This Song Fucking Sucks. Today's guest, Vince Lay from the band Muncie, can be seen September 3rd at Smiley's in Bolinas, Thursday, September 8th at Lagunitas in Petaluma, and you can find his band Muncie at munciecalifornia.com, M-U-N-C-I-E, California.com. My co-host JP will be sorely missed from this episode, but you can see his band Schwarzenator with Metalachi down in LA at the Viper Room on August 26th. You can catch up with me at jeffkalmbach.com, JEFFKALMBACH.com, on Facebook.com/JeffKalmbachsmusic, at Jeff Kalmbach on Twitter, at Jamback, JAMBAC on Instagram, and you can check out my record This Is Not Here on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and all that baloney. Northern California Spasmatics, you can catch them on Sunday, August 7th at Swabbies on the River, Friday, August 12th at Red Hawk Casino, and Saturday, August 12th in Reno at the Harrah's Plaza stage. You can check out the show, This Song Fucking Sucks, on Facebook, facebook.com/TSFnS, on Twitter at TSFnSucks. We're now on SoundCloud and Google Play, as well as iHeartRadio. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes with fucking spelled F******ing. And you can find This Song Fucking Sucks official and This Song Fucking Jams, a pleasant alternative, playlists on both YouTube and Spotify, so you can hear the songs that inspire the show and hear the songs that inspire the people on the show. Don't forget to tell a friend. That's how this gets going. The more listeners, the more stuff we get to do. And you can hashtag anything, hashtag TSFnS. When the party was nice, the party was bumpin', and everybody having a ball. I tell the fellas, start the name callin', and the girls respond to the call. The poor dogs show up. We listen to Who Let the Dogs Out by the Baha Men. This song fucking sucks. So today I've got my good friend here, Vince Lay. He's from the band Muncie. What's going on, Vince?
Hey, man.
You want to talk about your band a little bit?
We're called Muncie. We live all over the Bay Area. We played together for years. Played really fun, intense jam tunes and lots of ballads, and I write a lot of songs, and we play all the time. It's hella fun.
Anyone who may not know, you are the singer and guitar player.
That's my name. That's what I do.
Vince brought us a really great song today.
Best song ever.
Best song ever. It seems like an easy target, but there's a little more going on than I realized.
This song sucks.
It does. that right there is the name of the show. Who Let the Dogs Out by Baha Men. So
Who?
I know who? Oh. So, I think when that comes up, I'm like, oh yeah, that song sucks, but I mean, what is there beside the chorus? Oh, there's quite a bit.
I think there's like verses and raps.
And it's ridiculous. It's great. I'm like, oh.
I didn't remember any of them.
No, I never heard anything other than the chorus.
I feel like the verse kind of came back, at least the melody, a little bit by the second listen, but...
Really? Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But the chorus is all I remembered when we started.
Yeah. Because it's such a pervasive thing, and it's in every, movie trailer and stuff, or was, and it's plain obnoxious, of course, but the verses are wacky.
Verses they almost don't make sense.
No, they don't make sense. They make no sense whatsoever. So, I mean, we could probably start by talking about the chorus, because, I mean, that's the important part. But to me, it's just, first of all, it seems like it should be like a DMX song.
Yeah.
Because it's so yelly and stuff.
Who let the...
Yeah, and it's like, nah.
If the song took the angry turn and just sounded like it was somebody who's going to kill somebody for letting the dogs out of the house.
It's like, kind of the way I equated it. I was like, this band's kind of like, I didn't realize, oh no, this is, a band from the Bahamas and all this stuff, and it's all islandy. And then the moment it turns into the verse, it's like, oh, it's not just islandy. It's like cartoon island music. It's like...
all the percussion sounds like Looney Tunes.
Yeah. It's just like a Bahamas cliche.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like a commercial for breakfast cereal or like Capri Sun or something like little kid food that it's kind of targeted to the kids, but it's talking to the parents because the parents are going to buy the food. And it's like, yay, we're having fun. We're eating the food and it's terrible for us, but it makes us happy because we're children. And then at the end it goes, and remember, moms, it also is an important source of vitamin C and protein. And
it's just like sound effects.
Yeah. What is that sound that's like, it's on every percussion, like...
It sounds like a straw in a cup.
I think that's what they do when they take the conga and they like lick their thumb and they I think that might be it. But it's like it's always in the top of the keyboard in like the drum patches.
Yeah.
And it's also like it's in Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard. At the end you can really hear it and it's like
it's in that Bruno Mars song.
Locked Out of Heaven.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
It's a straw. It's got to be a straw.
It's a straw.
It's a straw.
Okay. That's going on, and there's so much crazy shit going on in this verse. It just turns it's twee. It's like silly and it's like cartoonish and it's this bad cliche. It's like racist against
it's pretty racist.
Caribbean people. Caribbean. Are we deciding on this?
They sold them out.
Are we doing Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean
or Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Caribbean cruises.
Caribbean cruises. Caribbean.
Shit. Okay, so we're doing Caribbean. Okay.
Caribbean.
They're from the Bahamas. They're Bahamian.
The
Bahamian.
They're Baha Men.
That's why they're called that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Did you know that already?
No, it just sounded right.
It is. That's why they're called that.
They're Bahaman.
So who's stupid, them or us? Definitely me.
Little A, little B.
Baha Men, because they're Bahamian. We're discussing, like, what is this fucking song about? For a minute, you had a pretty good theory about it being completely literal. We're having a party, and somebody's got their dogs inside the house.
and they open the door, and the dude's like, hey, the party was going good. Where'd my dogs go? What the hell?
Oh, and they're out. They're running into the neighbor's yard. They're digging up the grass.
Goddamn bumpus hounds. They're ruining Christmas dinner.
Yeah, they're running away with the turkey. Oh, man. I kind of like that theory of this song just being completely literal. And then it was just some innocent dude who didn't know. He needed to use the bathroom. He's like, oh, can I use the master bathroom?
Why would you put the dogs in the bathroom anyway, man? It's not like it's my fault.
Yeah, you didn't even tell me, man. And it's this awkward thing like, I ruined the party. I ruined it.
We were having a good time, and then my dog got out and got hit by a car.
Oh.
Everybody had to go home early.
That's so fucking sad.
That's why he's like freaking out, going, who?
But it's such an upbeat song for such a tragic ending. I like that. I like that this song is the darkest shit ever. That's the part they don't tell you, that one of them got hit by a car because he let them out and they just ran all over the place. Oh, man. That's bumming me the fuck out.
Sorry, puppy.
So then we get into verse stuff, and it's weird. It takes this bizarre fucking turn. Like,
it's no longer about the dogs.
Yeah, it's like we went from DMX to like some cartoon black man going, "Yay, let's dance, everybody." Well, there's Feeling Hot, we were talking about by
Buster
Poindexter. Has that
hot,
vibe.
Hot.
Yeah, it totally has that vibe. It has, isn't there a song for, like the Limbo song?
I just remember, how low can you go? How low?
Yeah, it just has the same vibe of just like...
I mean, it just sounds like a Casio keyboard loop.
It totally does. It totally does. And it's all like really 1-4-5-y kind of super, super happy chords, which actually the choruses too, I didn't even realize because it's got that sub in there. And sometimes you don't hear, especially because every time you hear this, it's on the TV. You don't really hear that mega sub going 1, 5, 4.
Yeah.
And it just makes it so fucking happy.
It's a very uplifting tune.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's more like cartoonish happy. Yay!
It was in the Rugrats movie.
It was in the Rugrats.
It blew up because of it, I think.
It's that safe of a song. Why don't we start looking at the lyrics? Give me some lyrics there.
When the party was nice, the party was bumpin'.
Okay, hold on. So, when the party was nice, it was nice. That is like one of the worst words you could use for anything.
I've been to some nice parties.
Would you write a song about a nice party?
No.
Exactly.
No. I'd try not to go to more nice parties. They're boring.
Yeah. And nice is just the worst descriptive ever.
How do I look? Nice.
Just tell me I look like shit. I prefer that. 2 lines that say the same thing. When it was nice, it was bumping.
Yeah. When it was good, it was good.
Exactly.
The blue car is blue.
Thank you for that, Bahamians. I'm having a lot of trouble with this word.
When you say it like that, it just sounds like butt hymen, though. Is there a butt hymen? Is that a thing?
Psychologically, yes. When you break that, you are not the same. It's toothpaste out of the tube. There's no going back.
Why are you walking all funny? Oh, I broke my butt hymen.
And it's one of those ones. There is an anniversary for that. That is the day I became a different human being.
It all changed.
There's no going back. I'm not the same person I was. And I think that's universal for fellas as well as ladies.
Yeah. Back to that bumping party.
Yeah, so bumping party. When it was good, it was good.
When it was good, it was good. Everybody was having a ball, obviously. It was a good party.
Yeah.
Until the fellas start name calling. So the dogs are dudes.
Yeah.
That are going, hey, pretty lady.
Yeah, I find that is interesting. I didn't realize this song had any
verses.
Yes, that. I did not realize it had verses, first of all. That is definitely true. And then second of all, it actually has some meaning behind it, other than actual literal dogs.
Yeah.
It actually has some
all
metaphor.
All men are dogs.
We're dogs. That's what it's saying. I actually think I gotta commend the butt high men.
The butt high men.
These guys, I commend them for their pro lady.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying don't be a dick to women. Like,
yes.
Right on, guys.
No,
like that's cool.
That's an interesting thing because so much of the songs we do in this show is just like, wow, that is quietly misogynistic or loudly misogynistic. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's like almost every song we do is like, oh, that's kind of pretty degrading to women. Here's a song that's like horrible, and it's the opposite. It's like calling out dudes for degrading women. It's like, whoa, okay. Well, I guess I can get behind that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong technically with the lyrics other than that they're just
dumb.
Yeah. they're execute like the message of the song.
The message,
because there is a message in the song. Strangely, for a pop tune,
I know,
like with a real message that's not like buy this or do that.
Just shake your ass.
Yeah. How much do you want to put something inside of this? That's what she said.
Speaking of misogyny, yes.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, well, I've been brainwashed.
But that's great. It's like, oh, here's a shitty song that has a positive message.
Yeah.
That never happens. Sweet.
It says, until the fellas start name calling and the girls respond to the call, I heard a poor man shout out.
What?
I feel like there's something lost in translation
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like they really spoke English, and they're trying to like get this message that these guys, they started yelling at these girls.
Right.
And it kind of ruined the vibe of the party because, you know, all of a sudden there's this dude just waving it around.
Being a dick.
Who let the hog out?
Put it away, brother. I don't want to see your weird boner.
I can slap myself in the stomach with it.
That's weird. Here's the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do they speak in the Bahamas? Is it...
That's a good question.
Do they speak English, but they have a heavy patois? Because there's definitely that.
Who wrote this song?
That's a good question. That is there.
I'm wondering if it was a woman that wrote this song.
Originally written by Anslem Douglas.
Who?
Anslem Douglas.
Anslem.
Anslem Douglas.
Anslem.
For the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival season of 1998. It was covered by producer Jonathan King under the name Fat Jack and his Pack of Pets. There is a lot of...
there's Anslem Douglas. Look at that.
He looks like...
Montel Williams.
Montel Williams?
But
I was thinking of Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Just he doesn't have the suit. See, that's why you don't recognize him. Steve Harvey is invisible without his magical suit.
This guy, he had a church upbringing. That's why he's a good person writing a song in the name of women's rights.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I like that. And the song, as you said, it was originally called Doggy. It was originally sung by Trinidadian artist whose name is Anslem Douglas.
So it's a cover.
I wonder
what the original sounds like.
That is a good question.
Had that banging chorus or not?
It's interesting how the chorus is so douchebaggian.
Yeah.
And yet the verse is not. And where were you on lyrics?
So we just went through the first verse. Then there's the first rap.
Wait, what the shit was that thing at the end?
Until they start name calling.
Right.
And the girls respond to the call. I heard a poor man shout.
What the fuck does that mean? I heard a poor man shout.
I think it was or they're at this party. Everything's really nice.
All right. Everyone's
happy.
happy.
No, it's nice.
Oh,
it doesn't say anything about them being happy. It's just nice.
I picture a lot of Martini and Rossi.
Yes.
Just gonna put that in there. Virginia Slims for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like they smoke Virginia Slims. That's just my imagination.
I don't know. Slims.
Deal with it.
I never liked Slims when I smoked.
Well, you're not a lady.
That's debatable.
And again, now that the song's being anti-misogynistic, I am. Great. Good for me. So anyway, what were you saying? So they're hanging out in the party.
So they're hanging out at the party, and then these dudes start basically, rudely hitting on these women. And then this other guy, who I guess is not one of the Baha Men, I can't tell if it's the Baha Men having the party or not, but this other guy, yells at the guys like, hey, who let the dogs out at this party? Like,
yeah,
who let these dudes in here? Why are they talking to these girls like this?
Wait, why is he a poor man?
That's where I think we might be lost somewhere in it.
Okay, so maybe he's not literally poor. Maybe it's like, oh, this poor dude is standing up for these ladies. Oh, okay. Because I was all literal. I was like, so there's a homeless guy at the party too?
Well, it was nice. Maybe they're really nice people and they let him in. He was hungry. Feed the homeless. It's important.
Yeah. And they're people too. Mm-hmm. I like my idea better. I like that.
So there's this really great homeless man sitting in the corner.
And then there's some ladies, and then there's some douchebaggy, sexist guys, and then there's dogs. So that sounds like an interesting party.
The first rap, I feel kind of lets on a little bit more.
Yeah, let's hear this.
So after that first verse, it goes back into the chorus. The chorus happens so many times in this song. And then it's, I see your little speedboat heading up our coast. She really want to skip town. Get back, Cruffy. Back, Scruffy. Ooh. Get back, you flea-infested mongrel. I just see these dudes in this boat. They look like Borat with their shirts open really down, big old hairy chest, and they're just flying in, looking kind of like New Kids on the Block or Color Me Bad or something like that.
Very shiny.
Big dirty mustaches. Liam Neeson's going to jump in and ask them what they
Where's my family?
Exactly.
So what the shit is a Cruffy? That makes me think of like Krusties or Tasty Cake.
Here, eat some Cruffies.
Yes.
That sounds gross. A Cruffy sounds like a flavorless dog biscuit.
I picture, what are the main Tasty Cakes that are like, they're like orange and they've got the little bit of frosting on the top. They're fucking disgusting. I feel like you can call that a Cruffy. Like, that's the off-brand version.
It looks pretty Cruffy.
Yeah, that's what a Cruffy is. So
I think so. What is it? Get back Cruffy, back Scruffy. I think they were just like trying to come up with dog names, and somebody's like Scruffy, so they needed like
that's a good dog
something
name.
that rhymed with it.
Yeah.
So they're like Cruffy because they were too lazy to do anything other than take the S off the word.
Fluffy, but Fluffy is usually a good thing for a dog.
Yeah, but get back, you flea-infested mongrel.
Interesting thing. We're doing the song where the new verse is just another story that ties in. It's the same general thing of catcalling dudes,
Yeah.
but just in another.
Well, it says like, I see a little speedboat heading up our coast. She really want to skip town. So it's like she knew these dudes were coming. She wanted to bounce. But I guess for some reason she decided to go to the party anyway.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Maybe she's a drama queen and she's just trying to like egg on the drama. So she's like, "No, I'm gonna go to the party. It's my house."
So the catcalling guys are like coming in on a boat.
They're all skeezy.
Yeah, that's weird. Are they gonna like fly in on helicopters and shit?
Well, remember they're in the Bahamas, so isn't
Right.
everything accessible by boat?
Yeah, it's just a giant coast.
There you go.
Right. I get that.
So you get around by boat.
Right. I think when you're born there, you're given a speedboat.
And then they woof woof and they hoo hoo and then
What?
it comes back into the chorus again.
Oh, okay. We are of the belief, right, that the chorus is "Who let the dogs out?
Who?
Who?
It's like they're owls.
Right?
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
It's like they're getting all the animals mixed up. But according to the lyrics on A to Z lyrics.com,
It's woof woof.
it's woof woof.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it is either.
Isn't A to Z lyrics though like Wikipedia? Like anybody can write that crap.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But there's got to be some level of checks and balances.
Yeah. So it does the chorus again, and then it does another verse. And this verse, minus all the hey yippee yo.
Oh yeah. That's so
in between
funny.
every line. I don't know what that means.
It's just
Yippee ki yay, motherfucker. So the next verse goes, I'm gonna tell to any girls calling them canine, tell the dummy, hey man, it's part of the party. Huh?
what?
I'm gonna tell to any girls calling them canine, tell them dummy, hey man, it's part of the party. You put a woman in front and her man behind. Her bone runs out now.
What the shit is that? That's just gibberish.
I think there's like a mix up in translation. I wonder if the original version was not in English.
this is fucking weird. And it's like I'm trying to figure out. It's like, okay, is he telling the chick suck it up because this is what we do, or is he saying like, I don't know.
It just like lost it because it contradicted itself.
Shocking that "Who Let the Dogs Out" has contradictory logic.
Maybe they just needed to like, fill it out and they were like, we still didn't write that second verse.
Yeah, but I think there's got to be some underlying logic. Read that
The
again.
part I really don't get is the last two lines. I get this, you put a woman in front and her man behind. So it's kind of like, ladies first.
Right. Okay.
know?
I'm
then it
down
says,
with that.
Her bone runs out now. What is her bone?
I don't know.
Because instantly I think like,
think,
she's got a fucking massive
Yeah, a
hog
boner.
wagging around.
Sure. So perhaps we're talking about chicks with dicks.
Maybe the Baha Men were into some fucking stuff.
According to TED 2, there's no such thing as chicks with dicks, just dudes with tits.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna,
I believe people are whoever they think they are because that's who they are.
Yes. So I'm not going to judge or anything.
No, not at all.
But I think it's
But that's where it's
there's
like
logic to it.
this mixed up like translation thing.
So is it a lady with a dick or what? Like, we're not judging, but I want to know. These are the important questions when it comes to the Baha Men.
I'm just trying to imagine this party. Everything's really nice. And these dudes just start, catcalling. And these girls turn around with these massive boners.
I think we're getting to the center of this. I really think this is where this song starts to come together and make some fucking sense, finally.
Yeah.
It's about...
Now that there's big old female penis.
Boners, no less. It's not even just like a dong hanging there. It is...
It has to be a boner because you can't whip out a flaccid cock.
Thank you.
That's
and he says bone. She whips out her bone. She's all... Oh, this bikini cannot keep my fucking boner in. It's just popping out the top.
Hanging out the side.
Now that's making me wonder if she's circumcised. Okay, languages in Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, English is... this is for Trinidad and Tobago, which is where Aslan Cumberbund is from.
The guy who wrote it.
Yeah, whatever his butt.
Montel Williams.
Steve Harvey.
He did have that mustache.
English is the country's official language. The local variety of Standard English is Trinidadian English, or more properly, Trinidad and Tobago Standard English, abbreviated as TTSE. But the main spoken language is either two English-based Creole languages, which is Trinidadian Creole or Tabagonian Creole.
So they do speak English.
They speak English, but it's a dialect.
Okay.
Right, which makes sense. I feel like Bahamas is kind of the same. So what do we got next? What's this next?
So then it goes to the chorus,
of course,
and then it goes to the chant, which if it was me, I'd call it a bridge. Say a doggy is nuttin' if he don't have a bone.
I have nothing to say.
All doggy hold your bone.
What?
All doggy hold it. So
if you're a dude, you definitely have a boner. But
you're not a dude unless you have a boner. See, a doggy is nuttin'.
Okay.
Unless they mean he's nuttin', like he's like busting a nut. Say a doggy is nuttin' if you don't have a bone. No, I don't think he's nuttin'.
Okay. But you're not a dude unless you got a boner. But hold on to that boner.
Butthole
that boner. Put a butthole on that boner.
That's how you break your butt hymen.
Okay. So it was good having you, Vince. What else is there to say?
There is a final rap.
All right. Hold on. No, I'm getting into this. Butthole boner. So you got a boner, but you kind of take that boner and just, keep it on a leash, man.
Yeah.
Keep that boner on a leash.
Yeah.
Don't let it go popping out at everybody.
Yeah, you don't just, pull it out and show it to everybody,
No. You get arrested for that. Trust me.
Have you been arrested for that?
I'm going to defer that to my lawyer. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, so there's the final rap, because they just repeat that nut and doggy bone line. Okay. Hold your bone, doggy.
Butthole.
Hold it. And then there's the final rap.
Okay,
final rap. This one's kind of longer than everything else in the song, too.
It's a lot of words, because he's talking fast.
So it's, wait for y'all, my dogs, the party is on. I gotta get my girl, I got my mind on. So the girl I'm thinking about right now.
So is this now from the perspective of the fellas who are dogs? It's like, I'm going to go into the mind of the catcalling douchebag.
Maybe.
And I'm going to rap from his perspective.
Wait, here. So the next line, do you see the rays coming from my eye? What could you be, friend?
Okay, so do you see the rays coming from my eye? I think of as being like he's making sexy eyes. He's all, do you see my sexy eyes making?
I think he's looking at the dude going, hey, I'm going to burn a hole in you with my eyes if you don't stop looking at this girl with that raging boner.
With my eye lasers, all of a sudden the singer of the song
Cyclops.
has superpowers and he's like Cyclops from the X-Men. I think this is, a dude... I think he's talking to the lady and going, I'm making sexy eyes at you. Do you see my sexy eyes making in your general direction?
What could you be, friend?
That's just weird. That's like they wrote the lyrics in English and then translated it to Japanese and then translated it back to English, and it just ends up being all wonky. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like a disaster of Google Translate.
What are in you live? What's that Benji man that's breaking them down?
Okay, so that's definitely something that just does not make sense.
Well, that's a
to
question. It says that Benji man that's breaking them down. There's a question mark on it. It's the only bit of punctuation that this person put in the entire set of lyrics. Or maybe what could you be,
Benji.
friend? That Benji man breaking them down?
Benji like the dog, of course. I didn't get that. I was like, wait, what the shit is a Benji man?
I think that previous line is part of it, though. Because it's, what could you be, friend? That Benji man that's breaking them down?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes a little more sense.
So he's asking the guy,
right?
What are you, that dog breaking them hoes or bitches down? Sorry. Because we're talking about dogs. I can say bitches. We're not referring to the women.
So you think that you're this dog that's so sought after that you'll just break the will with your catcalling, like, you know, when you're at the construction site or something, the lady walking by will actually turn around and go, "Oh, you like this? I'm going to give you a BJ right now.
Here's a little more." And then she pulls up her skirt and big old dick flops.
Yeah, that's the thing about that. If you're catcalling a woman, what do you expect to happen? You expect her to turn around and go, "Oh, why, that is delightful. Well, thank you for that."
And you're all doing it. You guys in for a gangbang?
Yes, let's do this.
Fill my holes. Fill them up. Isn't that how it works?
Poking odd.
I've never catcalled. I've seen it happen. Usually, you know, if they respond at all, it's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
Which you'd think if that happened enough, you'd realize, hey, this is not working for me. I need to find a different way to meet women.
You could be nice to them.
Tell me more about this nice.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, I've heard things.
I know this guy who went to a party once that was nice. Till these dudes showed up, started hitting on all the she-males.
And we was all...
So... that was the first half of the rap. There's still a little more.
Yeah, let's get some more. So we got Benji Man.
Me and my white shorts.
No, that's good. He's now all of a sudden he's talking about the color of his shorts, which is interesting. White shorts, that is a bold choice.
Yeah.
You know, it has a likelihood of being very translucent.
I mean, they're in the Bahamas.
Yeah,
I could see, like, if I was to go to the Bahamas, I might be like, yeah, white little short shorts and an open Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, I'm down.
Definitely.
I could go for that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little visor. Hunter Thompson.
We can't stop here. This is bad country. You get those wet, though, and it's pretty much on display.
Yeah.
So there's that, but I don't think he minds.
Me and my white shorts. Me and my white short shorts.
Oh, they're short shorts. So we're talking lots of leg.
And I can't seek a lot. Any canine will do. What? I'm figuring that's why they call me faithful, because I'm a man of the land. When they see me and they... Oh
my God. This is making my fucking head hurt.
So wait, now this guy is like the object of the cat calling all of a sudden.
What? Okay.
Me and my white shorts. And I can't seek a lot. Any canine will do.
Okay, so... he's looking for a dude. He's looking for one of the dudes.
He's looking for one of the...
and he's not picky.
Female dudes.
It's fucking pissing me off. It's so confusing. Who's the fucking dogs now? Who? I'm so confused.
Any canine will do. I'm figuring that's why they call me faithful, because I'm a man of the land.
See, that's the opposite of faithful.
I know.
Because someone who is faithful, they stick to their one person. They're one dog. You're my dog. We are dog.
He's a man of the land. When they see him, I don't understand this.
This is frustrating to me. This is very frustrating.
Usually pop songs are so simple. They make sense so fast that like a 3-year-old can figure it out.
Yeah, because they just say like
deep stuff.
We went to the place and we did the thing and the thing happened. Yay! Here's the chorus.
Exactly.
But this is just like convoluted. Like he keeps changing perspectives. Like, who are we singing about now? You know.
It starts off like they're at this party. And
I'm at the party.
It's nice.
I'm on board. It's nice. I'm there.
Then these dudes start catcalling this chick.
Fuck those dudes. They catcall. I get it.
And this homeless guy who's at the nice party.
Homeless guy. They're nice to homeless people. They let the homeless guy in.
And the homeless guy, he's sitting there and he's watching it. And he goes, who let the dogs out?
And I'm like,
why you guys
I get
being
it.
jerks?
Yeah. He's all, homeless guy is like, hey, don't catcall these nice ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
And then for some reason, later in the song, they tell the beforehand story of seeing the guys rolling up to the party on a boat.
Right. They come up on their speedboat and it's like, hey, here's where they came from.
They kind of mixed
origin
up,
story.
Yeah, they mixed up that. They should have put that earlier.
Probably.
But so then
They did introduce
he
the
tells
homeless guy.
the guys, they're calling them out,
Mm-hmm.
hey, man,
Hey,
it's part of the party.
hey, you guys and all your catcalling shit, that's just what you do. So just
That's what you do, but you shouldn't
the
do
party.
that. Put your woman in front before her
Yeah.
bone runs out.
Oh, God, I can't think of a scenario where that makes sense.
And then for some reason, he feels the need to proclaim that a dog ain't nuttin' if he doesn't have a bone.
Nope.
And then he tells him to
Okay.
hold the bone.
Okay.
You
So
know?
you can be a dog and you can be like, wanting on a young lady, but you got to keep that shit in check, bro.
So hold it.
So you hold your boner, which I'm pretty sure if you did that in public would be just as bad. I think it's pretty frowned upon.
They're at a party. I mean, it's a nice party, but it's private.
It's nice, but it's still.
I mean,
a
they let
boner
the homeless
party.
guy in,
Yeah,
which is just,
is
I mean,
very
it's
nice.
just really great of them. Like,
Yeah, I think there's good intentions in this song.
I think there is. I think there's just a weird mix up.
Gender is very fluid in this song.
Yeah.
Gender and intense and perspective. It comes and goes. Who's the dog? I don't know. Maybe you're the dog. Maybe I'm the dog. Maybe we're all dogs. Maybe it's a very philosophical thing that, we're really all dogs. We all have boners. Ladies have boners. Dudes have boners. We got to hold our boners.
Yeah.
He's got to
Everybody
hold his
wanks.
boner. I like dogs. I am a dog. He's a dog. He's got to stop being a dog because now I'm a dog.
That's deep, dog.
I know. It's so fluid and so forward thinking that's why we don't get it. They're coming up on the boat. All of a sudden, I'm on the boat. All of a sudden, I'm a chick and I got a boner. And, this song, it just, we are one. That is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
We are all one. We are the world. We are the children. We are the Baha Men. We have the boners.
And so do the girls.
And so do the girls. Yeah, absolutely. We all do.
And this guy's got his white shorts on.
With his boner hanging out the bottom.
It seems like people are catcalling him at the end.
Well, his dick's probably hanging out.
They are shorts.
That's what they do.
And then at the end, it's just 5 fucking choruses in a row.
Right.
As if they didn't already say it 6 times at this point. They throw in 5 more.
At that point, I'm just like, I did, okay? We shut up about it. It was me. I admit to it. I don't even care if I did it or not. Just shut up. You know what? Fuck this Baha Men. Fuck it. I think it's confused me enough.
Don't be mean to women.
Don't be mean to women.
And invite homeless people to your parties and
Yeah.
let them in and be nice to them and
At least one guy.
feed them.
Give him a pork chop.
And let them use your shower. It's not that bad. Just wash the shit out. You wash it all the time anyway, unless you're disgusting.
You should take the hair out of the drain. So, why don't we use this as an opportunity to go over to our other segment entitled This Song Fucking Jams, a pleasant alternative, where we discuss songs that aren't shitty.
How close is the colon to the butt hymen?
About 4 inches.
How far in is the butt hymen, though?
So how far can you put it before you break the butt hymen?
That's what I'm saying.
I think the butt hymen is a state of mind. Once you
you
get to the cheeks, it's like things are getting...
I don't know though. Like I mean,
I think you're in
I've wiped my butt before and gotten fairly deep.
Yeah, again, state of mind. I think that's kind of like not penetrating the mental barrier that is the butt hymen. I noticed something very interesting the other day.
Huh.
One of my most hated songs of all time, Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison, right?
I've been thinking about that song for a long time, being a song about butt fucking.
Right. I think that's pretty clear, right? Brown Eyed Girl,
Yeah.
brown eye. But check this out. The record that it's on,
Yeah.
you look at the cover, right? It's, picture of Van Morrison, and it's got this like little, all drawn little pink things. And it looks like a butthole. It's a butthole. And it's kind of gaping, and in it is Van Morrison. I'm telling you, when you look at it, it's like this is a butthole with Van Morrison inside of it. Blowing Your Mind, 1967.
Blowing your what?
Blowing Your Mind.
Oh, mind.
There it is, Blowing Your Mind. That is straight up a butthole.
Let me see the butthole. He's totally inside of a butthole. A big brown butthole.
Yeah, that is totally a sphincter, a cartoon
He
sphincter.
kind of has a look on his face, too, where he's just kind of like, that's gross.
What am I doing? Why is my head in your butthole?
Do you think that there is a audience out there for people who are like, no, he doesn't wipe his ass, but I'm into that?
Definitely. If you can think of it,
I mean,
somebody's into it.
I don't think I can understand shit eating. I'm not going to say you're a bad person for that. Eat all the shit
that's
you
called
want.
coprophagia.
Yes, but like people who are specifically into having sex with dirty butthole.
Like swamp ass.
Like, that's gross. Like, I understand, like putting it in weird holes, but like not dirty holes.
You'll get
Not
some
poop.
weird infections from that, man. Let me tell you.
Poop is gross. I make a lot of poop jokes, but poop is still disgusting.
That's why it's funny.
It's super funny.
That's
It's-
why
it's still
funny.
gross, though.
This is gross. Yeah, why don't you tell me about a song that you've been jamming on lately that's just kind of, heavy rotation in Vince land?
All right. So I recently went to a songwriting camp that Steve Earle, who is awesome, was teaching. And he talked a lot of crap on this show, Nashville, that I guess has been on for like 4 or 5 years now. And so he talked a bunch of crap on it, so I had to watch it because, he just made it sound horrible. And it's totally a soap opera.
That's funny.
But I don't really watch soap operas, but it's a soap opera about the country music scene in Nashville. And he talked about how much he hated it because it was so spot on, like how the business has become, which makes sense with all the songs sounding like, they're all crap and manufactured and, put out by the same 1, 2, 3 people.
Yeah.
But there's these 2 cute little girls on the show, and this song, I guess this song's from like 4 or 5 years ago. And they're like little YouTube sister duo, and they sang this great song called Telescope.
What's their name?
Lennon and Maisie. Lennon like John Lennon, and Maisie
Okay.
like Daisy.
Right. Like Maisie Williams.
Yeah.
No last name?
No, it just says Lennon and Maisie. They played
shared.
the daughters of the star on the show.
Okay.
And in the talent show, they do this song, and
In the talent show on the show.
yeah, and it's an acoustic version of one of the big hits by the like pop star of the show, the like Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus type person of the show. I think it's Miley Cyrus that they're trying to make this girl out to be. I can't quite tell, but I'm pretty sure.
It's probably an amalgamation.
Yeah. And they do an acoustic version of hers, and it just is beautiful. It's obviously like super produced,
Right.
but it hits all the right spots. It's very bluesy. It's got all these like little riffs, and these girls just kill it.
That's so cool.
And like, most of the time, like I can't stand auto-tune, but these are kids, so the auto-tune, like, you don't even notice it as much because it's just so beautiful. Like they really nail like this really like this really soulful hook. And like the pop version of the song, you can tell why it works because it's just one of those like manufactured
Right.
like tunes that's super catchy. Like Who Let the Dogs Out. It's so manufactured that you're like, okay, I can see why people feet will just tap to this without even thinking. You don't have to think to like this song. But these little girls, they kill on it, and they turn it into this thing that's just beautiful. I'm a sucker for like songs that kids shouldn't be singing. There's lines about like leaving all your troubles in my bed, and these are little kids, so it's like that's a little too dirty.
Right.
But like,
how
when
little is little? They're like teenagers?
No, I mean like the little one in the show at this time was probably like 10, and the other one's like 13.
Right.
They're too young to
Definitely
be fucking
too young.
But there's something about like their harmonies on it. It's way darker. Whereas like the pop version of the song, the girl is a slut,
Right.
and she's just like, I'm a strong woman, and you left your shit in my bed.
Right.
Whereas like these little girls have this haunting like melody where like, if an adult could sing it with that feel, I would take the song a little more seriously. Like it's just a well written, like super beautiful song.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of feeling and emotion behind that version.
I like it when kids do it too, because of the fact that kids are so naive to the subject of love and sex when it comes to reality, that it's like there's this sadness as, I don't know, as an adult and stuff of like, I really like it when kids sing these songs. I mean, it's bad that they're singing these songs. And I think that all these kids on YouTube singing these songs about fucking, it's horrible, because they're like these sweet little kids, and they're maybe probably not even hearing it like that.
Yeah, they're probably not.
But in reality, that's what it's fucking about. But there's something like, I don't know, as an outsider and stuff, that I love hearing, because they're so innocent and they don't get it.
Right.
So so like when a kid has that kind of like super soulful intensity and is able to hit those notes really well and give it that haunt, I just love that sadness.
Yeah.
That like they're not getting, and probably most people listening to it aren't getting and stuff. I'm looking for that, and this song just nailed it for me.
Yeah, there's something in there that they're not even aware of that gives it a depth that you as a listener pick up on.
Yeah.
That they don't necessarily intend, but comes out.
It helped a little in the show too, that like they made no reference whatsoever to these girls having any musical talent. And then it's like, there's this scene where they're like, the parents go to the kids' talent show, and the mom is like this mega huge country star.
Right.
And stuff. And I don't know what they're going to do. And they sing this song, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's one of those moments, you know, like sometimes you see somebody live that you don't know who they are.
Right.
And they sing a song that just hits you straight in the heart.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, somebody wrote the right one today.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's cool. I really like that.
I like beautiful things.
Yeah.
I like nice parties.
I like beautiful things too. So yesterday I was just, I think because I saw Steely Dan a couple of weeks ago, and Steve Winwood opened, and so I think he was on my mind a little bit, and I don't know, somehow one of his tunes popped into my head that was not Higher Love and not Roll With It. It's a song from Arc of a Diver called While You See a Chance. It's the first one on that record, and it's cool. It's actually, it's the one of his like kind of solo-y songs that I like the most. I love the chorus to it because it's got this kind of pseudo-gospel chord thing that I love, that always gets me going. And it's got the tambourine, which is so important.
Good tambourine is priceless.
I know. In a chorus, it just sets it into overdrive. That's like full boner mode.
Yeah, it makes my ass shake.
Yeah, totally. I love that. So it's got all those things. Apparently, this record, right, was the first one where he turned into weird 80s adult contempo pop man.
Like, he sounds like Phil Collins on the song.
Yeah, totally. When he went full, like, I just drank a bunch of milk and did my vocal tracks. So this is the beginning of what will become Higher Love. Roll With It. And what's the other one on Higher Love that was really big? Oh, Back in the High Life Again.
That was a nice song, too.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong there.
Yeah, no. I mean, that Valerie, you know, those are the real top of the solo Steve Winwood stuff.
He was also Dear Mr. Fantasy.
Right, when he was with Traffic.
Yes. That song.
Right.
Fucking jams.
Yeah, that's the classic stuff. That and like Gimme Lovin' when he was with Spencer Davis Group.
He was super young, right?
Right, he was super young.
Like super young, like 16, 17, yeah.
Yeah.
They were all really young.
Go.
That's another one that just like, and for kids to nail it like that, it's like, fuck yeah, man.
They got the soul thing. They said that he was the only guy who could keep up with Hendrix, you know, when all those guys were jamming, you know.
Yeah.
Because he was multi-instrumentalist, you know, he's the organ guy.
Yeah.
And then he plays guitar, you know, and then he sings. He just kind of does all this. And apparently when he did Arc of a Diver, he played all the instruments.
Wow.
Did it all in his home studio, played all the instruments.
Wow, really? That album?
Yeah.
Wow. Good for him. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty sick when you think of it. He just
because they sound like these massive produced records, and if it's all one dude,
they are. But
but it's like not like today where every kid can make a massive produced record on his fucking phone.
Yeah.
It's like this is the 80s.
Yeah, this is 1980, man.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Here's the thing that's really super cheeseball about it. And of course, all of his stuff in that 80s era, it is all cheeseball.
Sure.
No question about it. But the thing that really puts it over the top is the synth sound, like the beginning. You know? Yeah, it's totally
like
farty.
Somebody ripped one.
Terrible patch. It just makes me want to like throw the thing out the window. But the song is great. It's slightly less 80'd out than Higher Love and Roll With It and Back in the High Life.
Yeah.
You know, it's slightly less sappy.
Yeah, there's a little more feeling and a little less of that uber gloss that's on all those other ones.
There is more of a Ruti Soli song.
Yeah.
So that's why I think out of that group of songs from that era of his playing, post-Traffic, post-Spencer Davis group, I feel like he had another band that was just like crazy super group. But yeah, he had a bunch of stuff in the 60s and 70s. I mean, he was... did he play with Blind Faith? Yeah, he was on Blind Faith and stuff. So, I mean...
Yeah.
You know, obviously he was just a mega artist, but, you know, he definitely took that crazy pop 80s turn. Kind of like Clapton, you know, where Clapton's got that weird dark period of 80s where it's like Bad Love and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, this is very 80s, which is kind of fun and cool. I like those songs, but it's not the Clapton we know and love, like, you know.
Cocaine did a lot of different things to a lot of different people.
Yeah. And we're not talking about the song.
Yeah. No, not the song.
Not the song. Yeah.
Talking about drugs.
Yes. Drugs. Yeah, definitely a very coked out period. He's wearing a suit and he's got the gray...
He looks like Don Johnson.
Yes, he's wearing the Don Johnson suit. He's got the gray Strat with the lace sensor pickups. And he's got that weird haircut where it's like it's long, but it's perfectly sculpted. It looks like a helmet.
Kind of porno-esque.
Yeah, I guess that was a Wonderful Tonight era.
That's a beautiful song.
Which is a beautiful song.
Drums on that song? Oh, yeah.
When he had like Nathan East on bass and stuff. Pre-Unplugged, post, you know, all the 70s albums, all the J.J. Cale stuff, and like that kind of little window in there is like when he did like a beer commercial and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, same thing. It's like it's kind of a dark period and like this is cringy, but actually kind of cool too.
Yeah.
It's just with all that stuff with like the Stevie Wonder stuff. Like, sometimes it's a little bit of you can kind of chuckle at the production value and kind of put it aside and go, but behind that, this is a good song.
Yeah.
But you know, it's got that. It's just a hook. It's a hook. You know, it's just a solid hook.
The chorus is really nice. The
chorus is really solid.
It grabs you.
It's like it's a zooming chorus. I don't know how else to describe it. It feels like it's zooming. I think part of it's the tambo. I think it's part of the chord progression, the way it ascends. It has that ascending line cliche. You know, all those things kind of put me in that place. It makes me feel like when you're like driving fast through a tunnel. Another thing that I think of with that is like the bridge to 1979 by Pumpkins.
Yeah.
You know, that's also another part where I feel like, you know, you go into overdrive when it gets to that part.
Oh, yeah, I get emotional listening to the bridge in that song.
Yeah, it's goosebumpy.
It's so
like,
perfect.
Yeah, and, you know, I think probably from the video, like, because they're showing stuff moving
fast. That's when it's like raging.
Yeah, like, I totally emotionally feel that, even not seeing the video. That's like what that section is to me. And that, to me, is a perfect example of that feeling. You know, there's certain, you know, precious few moments that happen like that. I feel like that song does it. I think the gospeliness, songs that have a little gospel change in the chords, will do that for me. Will just, you know, kick me in the butt because I'm just a sucker for that.
The heart starts going.
Yeah, and it's like, this is the shit. So anyway, that's my adult contempo track of the week.
It's a good one.
So yeah, it's good. It's good. I like that. So shows, what do you got coming up?
September 3rd at Smiley's in Bolinas. If you ever wanted to get
Bolinas?
Have you ever been to Bolinas? It's out off Highway 1.
Okay.
It's a
Bolinas.
It's a town that they take the sign down so you don't know how to get out there. But if you know where to turn, it's a road that leads to the ocean, and it's a few hundred people living out on the coast in the woods. And there's this bar that's 152 years old. It's really old. And it's just a good all-night jam. You know, we stay up above in the room that Janis Joplin used to live in, Grace Slick used to live in. Wow. Yeah, and they let us stay in the apartment there, and it's just a killer place to get away for the night and, like, party, and, like, the whole town comes out because it's the only place in town to go, and it's a Saturday night.
That's great.
And then Thursday, September 8th at 4:20 p.m. at Lagunitas in Petaluma. Great beer. Great stage, great food, great times.
website and all that baloney?
MuncieCalifornia.com. Muncie, like Munchie without the H.
Yeah, that is a good way to describe that. That works
Muncie, like the city in Indiana that nobody ever wants to go to or will admit that they're from.
Is that why you named the band that, or just...
We got in a car accident there years ago, so when we recorded the last record, we realized everything kind of like had this sadder, more grown-up sound. It's grown up for us because, you know, Anna and I had been playing together for 15 years now. And stuff, so we were like, oh, we're going to change the band name. And we thought, what's sad? And we all thought, oh, we got in that big old accident where somebody should have died. That town sucked. Muncie. Yeah, that sounds depressing. Like, sounds like Munson, like in Kingpin.
Yeah.
And stuff. So we changed the name to that. And, you know, people think that it's Munchie and that we're going to fucking be stoned. So
that's fine, too.
Yeah.
Let's see, I got stuff. Going to be Spasmatics Sunday, August 7th at Swabbies on the River in Sacramento. Friday, August 12th at Red Hawk Casino. And Saturday, August 13th at Harrah's Plaza Stage in Reno. Yeah, that's our one Reno for the year. We haven't been there in a while, so that'll be really fun. And then I got my record, and you can fix it. Hey, you know what? You like the show? Go to facebook.com/TSFnS. Hit like, say hello, tell us what to do, tell us we suck. I don't fucking care. Whatever. We're also on Twitter at TSFnSucks. You can find a playlist on Spotify and on YouTube for This Song Fucking Sucks Official, which will be the subject songs, and This Song Fucking Jams, calling a pleasant alternative, so you can hear the songs that inspire the people on the show. And don't forget to tell a friend, because that's how the show gets to keep going. You get to make more stuff. Everybody's happy. And don't forget to go to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and review, again, so that, we can make more stuff and everybody's happy and whatever. I think we've said all that we are going to say about Who Let the Dogs Out. So
I still don't know who let the dogs out, though.
That's a good point. They really never got to the bottom of that.
I guess it's like the guys on the boat. I think it's their dads and their moms for not raising them properly.
That's right. They let them out.
Bastards. Teach your children well.
Yeah.
Help the homeless.
We are the children.
Be good to women.
We are the world. So for Vince Lay and the Baha Men, I'm Jeff Callenbach. Don't let the man get you down.